Hey, and welcome to Lena Listens. My name is Lena, coming to y'all with my thoughts and reviews about the JVP. All right, y'all, several things I want to touch on briefly, which will be episode 890, Living Righteously, and I have a few coulda, woulda been nice moments to wrap up the year. All right, so episode 890 came on super funny. Not Joe busting on freeze, like the whole pod. I sold on that man for the beginning of the pod. I was cracking up while I was doing my hair and sprinkled out throughout the pod. He was getting on them. Joe must be reading the Joe don't get on Ice comments, the ones we all see. He must see them too. But Ice did get him back and he played the jokes cool for the most part. I'm only bringing this up because there was a whole moment about this very thing on the previous Patreon episode. And speaking about the previous episode, Emani's treatment is included in my woulda coulda been nice segment that I'm about to tap into. Actually, his bit will be for the future, if anything. As the year was wrapping up, I took a look back at the year and at the pivotal moments on the pod. And as one of the female JBP reactions and commentary channels, I couldn't help to think for a moment that it could have been nice to see the dynamic between Mel and Mona. I've always been on the side of I wish everyone well in this situation and that the show will go on respectfully. But looking back on that episode of Poor Minds where Joe said this,
So it was supposed to be Mona on the couch with Melissa still there.
If you're asking me to draw, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. Because, on the outside, because I'm one of them girls. I'll be turning on the podcast now.
it really had me thinking that Mona and Mel are polar opposites and they probably would have been each other's yin to their yang. Accountability would come into play for everyone. Imagine Mona telling Mel, I don't agree with that, and here's why, girl, and vice versa. Imagine them being able to respectfully check each other or lend other opinions during these topics. Imagine them teaming up for sad doll piling. We never know. It could have worked. I wonder how the seating arrangements would be. It would have been cool to see the overall dynamic, even if it was just for a pod or two. We all know Mona loves Ish down. Respectfully, don't try to twist it up. I don't mean nothing by it. So it would have been something else to see that dynamic between those three, Mona, Ish, and Mel. They seem cool on socials and they seem cool at the Tonight's Conversation tour. Mona and Mel, that is. It woulda coulda been nice. Still on Mona, it woulda coulda been nice to see more of she and Flip on episodes together. They butted heads severely in the beginning, so much so that they're not on the same pods because they're both huge personalities and big energy. They started to fix it up this month towards the end. Being on that Friday pod together, Flip popping up on Mona at the Connecticut show that she had, them taking pictures together. I'm not saying they're in the best of places, but it's definitely improved. Maybe we'll see more of them together next year. Who knows? No matter what that looks like. Who knows? Emani's woulda coulda been nice moment is simply seeing him appear more and even on some of the mains. Disclaimer, if you're an Emani hater, you might want to press fast forward a few times. Please don't get in the comments cutting up. I gave you guys a disclaimer. Anyway, Emani is great on the pod, and a lot of people think the same. It could have been nice to see him get recognized in all of the big moments this year. I know Joe said there'll be more commercials, etc., but still, it would have been nice to see Emani take part of these accomplishments, and it would be nice to see him take a part of these accomplishments next year. All Eyes on E is thriving, so shout out to Emani. I honestly think the JBN is going up even more next year with these moves and achievements. I always say they all bring their own flavor to the gumbo, and it works on the pod. The additions were great. They finally be catching Mark's remarks in real time, and we've seen Ish appear happier on the pod. Y'all can't say Ish don't be happier on the pod. That man be tickled, having a time, talking, for the most part. They're all needed up there for real. looking forward to what's to come. I am so looking forward to what's to come. And Joe and the gang provided their best gratitude on the last episode of the year, 890. I can't sign off without thanking all of my supporters and subscribers. As a very new content creator myself, I appreciate each and every last one of y'all, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart, because you didn't have to subscribe, you didn't have to comment, you didn't have to like, you didn't have to hype, you didn't have to do any of the things, and to be accepted in this way, I truly appreciate it. I really do. And I'm not going yet, you guys. Okay, I didn't take a sip of nothing yet. I didn't start celebrating yet. This is me just talking candidly on the microphone to my base, to my peoples. You guys are my peoples. If you're here, you're my peoples. Okay, just want to touch bases. With that being said, y'all be safe out here. Have a great night, and I'll catch y'all next year. Bye.